Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to another episode of Faith Work Podcast. You're listening to your favorite girl, Lady Guys, who walk by faith and not by sight. And let me just tell you today, as you hear me, I'm a little underneath the weather. And I don't want to be underneath the weather, because when I'm under the weather, I cannot function like I want to function. But we don't have any control over that. Unfortunately, I don't know when it happened, how it happened, but it happened. It's some sort of like, one of those things. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to us on podcast. On this podcast, Faith Walk Podcast today. If you're listening, no matter where you are, we appreciate you listening. If a friend shared this podcast to you and you end up listening, we appreciate you for trusting that friend for their judgment to be listening to us today. Over here on the Faith Walk Podcast, we not only talk about religious faith, but faith in yourself. Faith that you believe in yourself, that you're able to accomplish and overcome whatever it is that you're going through, trying to do, whatever it is, you have faith. We believe that faith is the base of everything in this life. And from you have faith, you can move mountains, no matter how small it is. One of the wisdoms that we always speak on this Wisdom Wednesday is that if your faith is as small as a mustard seed, then of course you can move mountains. Welcome back, one and all. It's Wednesday. And what is this Wednesday? It's given is Wisdom Wednesday. You know how we do it. On a Wednesday. We do it on a Wednesday where we give wisdom. And wisdom towards our encouragement. Wisdom towards our quotes that can transform, uplift, elevate, empower, encourage, and motivate your listeners. So if this is the first time tuning into one of our Wednesdays podcasts, we do this every Wednesday on Faith Walk Podcast, where we have Wisdom Wednesdays, where we share wisdoms, whether you learn it from your tender age as a child, an adolescent, or an adult. So from a child, a teenager, or an adult, wherever you've learned a wisdom from that you'll take with you for the rest of your life, that has transformed your life in some way, some form, we share it with you today on this podcast so it can transform your life as well. And if you have a wisdom that you have yet hear us talk about that you would like to share with us on our next Wisdom Wednesday, please feel free to write it in the comments or email it to us. You may email us at magicmindsbooks@gmail.com. For those who don't know, you're listening to your favorite girl, Lady Guys, who will walk by faith and not by sight. I'm an author of children's books. And when we're not promoting those books, we're encouraging, empowering, and motivating somebody. I walk by faith and not by sight. Everything I do is surrounded by faith. And when people ask me, Lady Garrison, how do you do it? My only response and my answer will always be, I walk by faith. I trust the Most High. I don't do it. It is not of me. Now enough said. Over the past weekend, I was in Atlanta, Georgia. My first time in Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm sure it will not be my last. I had the opportunity to attend the Moms Movement Legacy Unlock Conference. And trust me, it was a powerhouse. We have different speakers, just amazing. It was filled with faith. It was filled with the Holy Spirit, and all the speakers did well, extremely well. We all got something from it. Therefore, we also got our Wisdom Wednesday wisdom from there. We got our Wisdom Wednesday from there as well. And let me tell you, I tell most or everybody this. Whenever I attend a conference, a seminar, a church event, or even church, a party, a birthday party, wherever I'm invited, or it's an opened invite and I invite myself or I purchase ticket to attend, it always does something for me. The most I always put my feet, I don't know about anybody else, but the most I always put my feet in rooms. Whether you want me to learn something, whether you want me to hear something, whether you want me to teach something, whether you want me to meet somebody. Oh, and I met somebody who moved me, her energy. And I will forever speak about her. We are in contact. I don't know if we will ever be in contact one-on-one again. Most likely. But her energy is like the most I said, this is your energy that you're building. And this is how you sound right now. When I listened to her speak, I was just moved. And it was just little things, how she extended grace to others. And I said, here I am speaking. Child, sister, that's how it's supposed to be. She was so powerful. And she wasn't speaking at the event. We were just conversing one-on-one. And she was telling me that when persons no longer wants to be a part of her life, she extends grace and lets them go. And I was like, that's where we are in our lives. We extend grace. We have no hate. We have no envy. We have no, it could have been, what if it could have, we are wrong. And we forgive ourselves. We ask, if we wronged you? Or we wronged anybody to forgive us? But if you don't want to forgive us, that is totally fine. We forgive ourselves. We ask where we are wrong to be forgiven. And if that is too much, again, that is fine. But, I met some familiar females over the past weekend. Really, really amazing. But the wisdom that we are focusing on today is put your money where you want it to go so you don't have to worry about where it went. Let me say that again. The wisdom for today is put your money where you want it to go so you don't have to worry about where it went. And let me tell you about something in life. A lot of strings and a lot of sayings and naysaying and quotes and everything, or most things these days, is about money. The main reason some people would say, all right, Lady Garson, people often say to me little things like, if you're not a big fan of money, why do you work? That's a question I get so much time. Sometimes I answer it, sometimes I really don't answer, because it takes a different mindset to understand why I work. I don't work. And not jumping off topic, but this week I was speaking at a school, and this was one of the sentences or statement that I made. I do not work. And when I say I don't work, me doing this podcast, I don't call it my job. I don't look at it as working, because the monetary gain that I receive is not as important as the lives that I'm impacting, empowering, and motivating. And that is the main reason for this podcast. The main reason for this podcast wasn't the monetary gains at all. It is to help someone overcome the obstacle. It's to shine some light in the tunnel for someone to see that their sunshine is about to come. It's to give somebody that word that they're looking for, that seems as if they're drowning and they have no more breath left to breathe. This podcast is to transform the life of someone who is out there, who is about to give up, who have lost all their faith. Their cup is now empty. This podcast purpose is to refill your cup so it overflows for you to give others the drink from your saucer. It was not the monetary gain at all. So when I say to persons, I really don't work, they will say, Lady Garrison, so why do you do so much things? You're a children book author, you're a speaker, you're an educator, and of course, you're a newborn care specialist. None of these things is for monetary gain. Yes, I gain money from all these things. Don't get me wrong. But the main point of doing these things is not for money. Again, my speaking on my podcast is the same thing. I want to empower somebody. I want to share my testimony with somebody. I want to encourage somebody that if I did it, or if I continue to do it, you can too. I want to remind somebody of the Job armor. My education journey, my teaching journey, teaching young kids is the same thing. I want to equip each child with the holistic development that all children need for a brighter future. Hence, my books. Again, we want to equip children with the holistic development that they need for a brighter future and a better tomorrow. That's the purpose of those business. My newborn care specialist skills that I have the gift of nurturing, caring, and educating parents. I am a mom. I have 2 for myself. And who knows me know I want more children. I'm not sure if it will happen based on what is happening in this world. But I would love more children. And 2 for myself is just not enough. And I have the skill to nurture. There. And then I extend my nurturing skills to babies. And I extend my educational skills where babies are concerned to new parents and parents who just had a baby. Nevertheless, I gained money from all these occupations and careers. Right? So don't comment for Lady Garrison and said, Lady Garrison, you're talking about money, but you do so much things. Isn't it for money? Yes. And no. I encourage everyone, use your 9 to 5 to fund something, your skill, something that you love, your purpose. That's what I do. My NCS, as a newborn care specialist, I use it to fund my business that I want. I use it to fund my passion. Right? So, you learn a little about Lady Garrison finances. Remember the wisdom for today. Put your money where you want it to go so you don't have to worry about where it went. Where are you putting your money? Have you ever gotten paid and, you turn 2 times and you're wondering, where did my money went? Now, I did something foolish. I put one of my cards on my son's tablet. That's my toddler. He's no longer a toddler. He's a little boy. He's growing so fast. And sometimes I look on my cards. My card, not cards, is one. Thank God. And I see $30 Apple Pay, $20 Apple Pay, $10. No, I don't know where the money is going, because I didn't put it there. But for the major part, I know all of my money, where it went. So when we were in that financial part of the seminar, slash conference, and that accountant was making her speech. I looked back in my mind and I said, pat myself on the shoulder and I said, I know where my money is going because I'm putting it there. I don't have to worry about where my money, worry about, oh my God, and when this happen, or when we spend that. No. We are being financially careful over here. We are leaving legacy behind. We have children, so we are building their future. We are not leaving struggling children here. We are leaving children with foundations for them to build on, or a finished building for them to furnish. The choice will be theirs. And we have gained the strength from the Most High to do just that. Everything you do in life is a choice. Children are not pensions. We must have that mindset that children is our pensions, so we must take care of them when they are young so they can take care of us when we are old. We should start seeing our own pensions and give children the opportunity to better themselves and stop being an extended burden on their adult life. Stop putting an extra stress on our children adult life by have to taking care of mommy, have to take care of daddy, have to help mommy with the bills, have to help daddy with the bills. Dad want this, mommy want this. And we become another stressor. And therefore the cycle repeats itself. So I'm encouraging you today, I know it's Faith Walk Podcast, to put your money where you want it to go, and so you don't have to worry about where it went. If this message resonates with you in any form of way, please feel free to share it with a friend, another friend. Like this podcast. Please do like this podcast and comment a wisdom that you have learned, whether you're a child, a young adult, or an adult that you will take with you for the rest of your life. Guys, you're listening to your favorite girl, Lady Garson, where we walk by faith and not by sight. Again, we are an author of children books, and if we're not speaking on the books, we are encouraging, empowering, and motivating you today. We have come to the end of another Wisdom Wednesday, where we give wisdom of gems to help you transform your life and motivate you. Until next time, walk good and continue to walk by faith. Bye.